What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Or does it fester like a sore, then run? Does it stink like rotten meat, or does it crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load. Or does it explode? What is we talking about, boy? Langston Hughes wrote a poem called Harlem, which was revolutionary in its prophetic nature. He was talking about today, as well as his day and age. So what does he mean? Does the deferred dream dry up like a raisin in the sun? A raisin is a shrunken version of its former self. What he's asking is, does the deferred dream cause us to take something less than what we know we need? Does it cause us to give up on the dream to a degree and take a shrunken version, a shell of the former dream of what we know we deserve? Are we willing to settle as a result of the deferred dream? Or does it fester like a sore, then run? What do you think about when you think about a festering sore that's beginning to run? What's a running sore? That's an infection. That's pus that's running out. That's the body rejecting it. So when he's asking is, does the deferred dream cause the dreamer to reject the dream altogether? Remember, the answer again is yes. The deferred dream causes us to lose faith in the entire system. People say, what is voting going to do? Everything stays the same. It doesn't matter anyway. We're all bought out by corporations. The deferred dream causes us to lose faith in ourselves and the system itself. He says, does it stink like rotten meat? What do you think about when you think about rotten meat? Bro, I live in the woods. So when I think about rotten meat, I think about flies and yellow jackets, things that are attracted to dead things. When you get rotten meat like a rotten system, you get corrupt politicians, people who are willing to, like leeches, fester off of the death of the system, like vultures rather, right? Leeches don't eat dead things, but vultures do, right? You get flies, you get yellow jackets, you get buzzards, you get politicians that are willing to reap the benefits of the dead system. That's the festering like rotten meat. Or does it crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? What do you think about when you think about the crusting over? Almost like a scab, right? Almost like a hardening. And that's what he's talking about. He's saying, are we hardened by this? Do we become desensitized to the madness? So many people being shot while unarmed. It's almost like you can't even remember the names. They just become statistics after a while, right? We become hardened. We become reprobate. We become so desensitized to the nonsense that we take our anger out on each other, our neighbors. We forget the solution. Maybe it just sags like a heavy load. What does that mean, that it just sags like a heavy load? I think he's talking about depression, things that are heavy. The weight of the deferred dream bears down on us and we can hardly take it anymore. Suicide rates begin to skyrocket. Drug use becomes an epidemic in several states. Or does it explode? Does the deferred dream result in an explosion when people are backed into such a corner that they don't know what to do anymore, that they're just losing their minds and they're saying, look, I'm going to just flip out on the entire system. We're going to go rioting. We're going to go looting. We're sick of seeing it. We're sick of being oppressed. We're sick of taking less than the dream. You get the explosions. You get 1960 style riots, even in 2020. Langston Hughes was prophetic in his poetry because it transcended generations. Mr. Biscuit, I beat the dude that beat you. Nice to meet you. I got way more to say about this. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. I beat the dude that beat you. Nice to meet you.